Welcome to Beyond the Mirror Season 1, and this is your episode 1. So this is a brand new hairdressing documentary that I have created, and it is for the hairdressers. So anybody can come along on this documentary, anybody can enter into it. So freelance, mobile, booth rental, salon owners. I want to help as many hairdressers that are struggling out there at the moment as possible. This is all about the girls at Hair and Beauty Bar, which is in Anglesey in Wales. So I'm Leanne Lee, and I'm a hairdressing educator. I focus on giving hairstylists that confidence back behind the chair. And Jackie is a business mentor and a business educator. So that is what Jackie does. So we went completely pro bono. These are all pro bono to the stylist. It doesn't cost them a single penny. Which I absolutely love. So if you can subscribe and keep watching, that means that we can help more and more of these stylists across the country, hopefully across the globe. Eleanor reached out to me, the salon owner, quite a few months ago now, and she was really struggling. She owns 2 salons. In one salon she employs Dawn, and then in the other salon she employs Kia. Whether she keeps the 2 salons or whether she goes down to just the one, you'll have to watch the rest and see how that plans out. But it's going to be an incredible ride. So I hope you enjoy it just as much as we enjoyed filming it. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
So the plan today is to work with the team without Eleanor being present, and really dig down into how they feel about the business and their role within the business, what they deem it to be, and it was just a real fact-finding mission today. We need you to be honest, like 100% really honest without any fear. There's no fear.
Like, Eleanor really wanted to work for both of you. She really does. And when she called me initially, I knew I had when I spoke to you, I knew we had to help her and help Sam and help her, because I could just see how much she wasn't just thinking of herself as well.
That's she's very down to earth, very real. Yeah, that's the right way to put it.
Yeah.
That's one reason why I felt, because I haven't been a hairdresser for a fair few years. I went into hair for a while, so I felt quite at ease because she was so understanding when I came back. So then that's brought out the confidence in myself, if you like, because I know I can do things, but then it's actually doing it is another thing, isn't it? Because you've been out of practice and things, but she gave me that opportunity, she gave me a chance, and then the support as well. So to be able to talk to her, it's really made me start enjoying hairdressing again. Well, I did hairdressing for school. I'm 38 now, so 22 years ago I started doing hairdressing. When 60 balls still was live, you know? Yeah. I found myself, it was quite quiet in October, but the advertisement's not quite there to promote the salon. And with it being a nail bar, and then it's changed, that part's gone now. You know, so there's been a lot of changes since October, really. But now I find that the clients are building up. Everyone that I have done is coming back to me. They're re-looking. But it's sort of every other week. So we'll have a busy week and a quiet week. Sort of works like that. But I feel like it is improving. Yeah. And people are asking more questions. They're coming in for a trim, and then they're saying, "Oh, what are the colours?" So it's slowly building up to that, which is good. It's positive. But then it's still that quieter week, which I think advertisement on the day, if you've got quiet. But I don't, back when I used to do it, I used to have like no AP's day and things like that. I know that's the thing in the past now, but that used to be your bread and butter. It was, a definite sort of thing.
Understanding your ideal client is really crucial when you start a business. It is one of the foundations that you need to know. Things you need to think about is, who do you want in your chair? What kind of clientele do you want to attract? Create that exact person that you want in your chair. Where do they live? Where do they work? What kind of places do they go to? All these kind of things. What kind of hair have they got? I'm a blonde specialist behind the chair myself, and I don't market myself to brunettes. I get brunettes, I get redheads, I get them all, but I market myself to blondes, and that means that what I specifically put out there on social media is specific to the person, the exact person I'm trying to attract. So I have a really good class all about this. If you are interested, I will pop all the links below. Knowing your ideal client is key to this. So this is something that we will work with Eleanor and the team to make sure that they get this nailed down and they get that quiet week filled.
What do you think your job role is?
Well, being a stylist,
Okay.
salon, just looking after the
shoot it at me.
the clients, making sure that they're cared for.
So actually being a hairdresser?
Yeah, being a hairdresser.
And do you feel like you've got any other responsibilities within? What do you do? Talk me through your day. You walk in the door.
Walk in the door, get things ready. So I've got clients, do my clients, then I clean, I tidy, make sure the stock, see if there's any stocks that you're doing.
Stock control,
Phone calls need to be done.
reception,
Yeah.
cash handling.
Cash handling, yes. There's not much of that. I'm only arguing with the beacon.
Yeah.
The internet isn't too great here either, so we have to probably get it on.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is where I find that hard. It's like, am I meant to advertise myself in that, you know, Facebook and all these bits and bobs? Because I'll check my socials, but I'm not one that lives on it. So for me to have the confidence to write, what do I write? You know, I don't want to write something stupid and sound cringe. I want to, you know, sound like I know what I'm doing in regards to the socials. So yeah.
You need to know your brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too old school. But, you know, it's something new. That's something new to me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I will get used to. I got used to the appointment system, so it's just something.
Do you feel like that's something that you actually want to be able to do?
With this,
With the social media and some marketing, do you actually want that, or would you rather go, no, that's not for me?
well, yeah, ideally, I suppose. But I don't know, do you have that choice anymore with the way things are?
So, I think this is where communication is really important.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is where you need to know what's expected of you.
Yeah.
And I think this is for me is the biggest thing that you can really help with. This is why I said I need you to be really, really honest.
Yeah.
You need to know what's expected of you. What are your guidelines?
Yeah.
Because different people will expect different things. There's no one shoe fits all.
No.
You know? So, like with my guys, I expect them to market their work.
Right.
I expect them to take pictures of it. However, my lovely Paula, who's 61, who literally, she takes pictures of her feet. Do I want her to market her work? No, I do not. But the younger girls will take pictures for her.
Right.
They will put it on, and that is what we call working as a team.
Yeah.
So we play to our strengths.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's an expectation. Yes, of course, I want her to market her work. Do I want her to take a picture of it? No, I don't. Do I want me to take a picture of my work? No, I don't. Okay. So you play to your strengths. You might find that you've got somebody within your midst that's really good at presenting that. I'm getting a real good vibe.
Like you.
My top tips now for taking photos of your work. Top tip number 1 is your lighting. Your lighting is so super important. Okay, so if you are in a salon or if you are in a space where you've got a lot of natural lighting, so the best thing to do is to have the light behind you. So have your client standing in front and then you stood, there's a mirror, there's a window, there's a door behind me, and I'm looking away from the sun. Okay, that's top tip number 1. Use as much natural lighting as possible. There are some lights now that you can clip on your phone, which are really, really good. They're quite handy. The least amount of artificial lighting you can use, the better. Making sure that you have a good quality phone that has got good resolution to taking photos. That's another good one. How you have your client stand. So have your client put their head back and then have all the hair flowing behind and take a photo that way. Position the hair where you want it to be. You can click the timer on your phone too. So you can put a 10-second timer on, get the hair into click, get the hair into position, get your hand where you want it to go. bang, you got a good photo. So they're my top tips when taking photos of your hair. Lighting, make sure you've got as much natural lighting as possible. Just have fun with it, okay? Show off that gorgeous hair. Never take a photo with your client sat in the chair. Always take it of them standing up. They will not mind as long as their face isn't in it. So the back of the head doesn't get their face in it. And number 2 is always take your gown off. Okay, so not in the chair and never with your gown on, unless your client is wearing something that absolutely isn't obviously suitable, then yes, put a gown on, but never in the chair.
What motivates you? What motivates? I like helping people. I like making people feel good about themselves. Yeah, I think that's my general character, whereas it's the helping and listening to people. She said that I'd acknowledge her. She said she'd gone in this morning, she didn't want to live, and now she feels great, and we planned about her next pillar and things like that. And I think that in itself is a big thing for me, because everyone has bad days. That's not everyone has someone to listen to them.
What privilege.
And I think, for her to come here, who I've no one to talk to, she's felt like she can offload to me, and she felt so good leaving. That in itself is a big motivator for me, because I think at times in life maybe I felt lonely myself, or I've needed someone, and then that when you've done that for someone else, you know how important that is, and how much it's going to stick with them, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Just knowing that someone's there to talk to down the road.
Yeah.
And that's really what I'm trying to. I suppose it's like building clients, but it's also building rapport with them as well, so they know what type of person I am. Not everyone likes everyone, do they? You can't say that. So I'm just, just being myself and hoping that it works, basically.
You start.
Gosh, that's to say it's so different now.
Oh,
Starting off.
yeah.
Yeah, so when I started off, I've been here for about 3 years now. We used to live in Essex.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we moved away from Essex.
You're an Essex girl.
Yeah. So we moved here when I was about 17, so I'm 21 this year now. And I did a year of college in Havering first, and I got a qualification in photography. So I've got that kind of background.
You're already.
So all the editing, and when we moved here, I thought, I want to try something different. I want to try hairdressing, just because I absolutely loved getting my hair done when I was younger, and I used to go with my mum and just sit there and watch them, so that was my kind of introduction. I did my level 1 and my level 2, and I did a placement, just volunteering.
I was going to say, did you do that off your own back?
Yeah, during my college, so it was all that they could offer, just because of the hit after COVID. Everything was just they're all over the place.
It certainly was.
Yeah, so it was really hard to find somewhere to do even a placement. And eventually, after a few months, I found Ellie, and Ellie messaged me back, and she said, "Do you want to do a trial day?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, that's fine." And I got the place, and I've just been there ever since, getting my experience. So from now that I look at it, I'm here for about 1.5 years now. And looking back at my work, how it started off compared to now, it's such a huge jump, and I feel so much more confident as a person. Just having a bit more independence, I think that's why I like Ellie, just because she pushes me to feel uncomfortable sometimes. I think that's a really good thing.
So what do you think actually makes you come to work every day?
I've always loved making people feel good about themselves. I do my auntie's hair. She's 3 or 4 years after cancer treatment, so she has extensions in now, so that is what helps as well. She comes in and gets her hair done. The hair's strong enough to have the bleach. She has highlights every now and again.
Yeah.
So, and my nan as well, so I'm doing her hair tomorrow.
They come into the salon for you?
Yes, my nan is my granddad's carer, so it's hard for her to come in, so I normally just pop over and
Yeah,
do
yeah.
for her house. But that was a big kind of motivation to do that for her, because it's such an honour to be able to do that for someone after something like that.
What would, I'll ask you first, what would you change about business?
I've sent Ellie like lists of my opinion. When we first got here, it was very quiet, but we had Emma in the corner who was doing nails, so it was making the salon look more busy, if you like.
Yeah.
And now that Emma's left to go next door, we're getting a lot of mention of this salon looked closed. Apparently, it was more of, this is the impression I'm getting, it was more of a salon where people used to come for really cheap hairdos and have coffees all day long, and there's like a little sitting area, like it was a coffee shop here. All the old people, when they come here, they're like, oh God, the prices are very high and all this. So that was an issue in the beginning, but like Ellie just told them straight, basically, this is our prices. I felt a bit awkward, I don't know, because I'm new to the, you know, and you shouldn't really have to haggle a price when you come to a salon.
No, you do.
You should know your worth.
That's it as well. I know them.
That's what
Yeah.
It's very important to know that every single business out there, every single salon out there, stylist, will have different prices. And they should reflect your business costs. My business costs are not going to be the same as another educator's business costs, and so forth. It's very important to make sure that when you are setting up a business or you run a business, is that you are constantly keeping a track on your prices. I cannot recommend the freelance suite calculator anymore. I absolutely love it. It's what I run my business with. It works everything out for you. So I highly recommend that. That will also be in the links that I will pop down.